Collective shout, you and your out-of-touch retirement home friends have gone too far. When you were whining and complaining about anime and video games and stuff on the internet to the people that sell it and to your Facebook pages and whatnot, that was fine. Everyone has the right to free speech. At least everyone should. There are things online I don't like too. I hate seeing people freaking out about normal bodily functions. I hate seeing art and videos talking about transitioning so they don't have to deal with that stuff. And I'll gladly say so. But the choice to transition is ultimately up to them. I cannot stop them. And surely will not break the law to try. That is what you and your out-of-touch geriatric crew are doing. You convinced losers who work for payment processing companies to start denying payments for content you deemed risky. And what was that content? Sexually explicit games. And yet, actual pornographic material involving real people is fine? Apparently. And so is a Netflix movie involving little girls dancing suggestively. Things like this are about a problem for your cause. If you don't like cartoon or video game girls looking suggestive, you shouldn't like real ones looking suggestive either. In fact, you should boycott all suggestive materials, like romantic movies and books. But you're not going to do that, are you? Because that's what you like. You're going after anime and video games because that's what men like. And men are your enemy because men hurt you. Now, I'm sorry, whatever happened, but that was in your own personal life. You should keep it separate from your professional life. Don't you guys work for the Australian government? What you're doing is very unprofessional and most likely illegal. Instead of doing this stuff, which has gotten serious backlash from us gamers, including females, and could get you in trouble with the law, it would be better for you to show some humility and ask people who know more than you about anime and video games what's actually going on with these things that shocked you when you saw them. I think I know what's going on here. You are a group of out-of-touch grandmas and grandpas. Grandmas and grandpas. You have never seen an anime, don't really watch YouTube videos, and never played a modern video game. Then you saw something and it shocked you. The same thing happened to one of my sister's mother-in-laws. I don't think she had ever seen a secular anime before. She may have seen the original Star Superbook and Flying House, but that's about it. One day she saw an anime I was watching and was shocked by it. It was fully coolie. Not a good one to start off with. But after seeing that show, she thought all anime was like that one. It looked like the same thing happened to you. You saw something crazy and thought all of the things in that game were like that. That's why you want to ban them. That and your own personal bane. Those are not good reasons to do this. A better plan is to look at things like this. There's an anime where a family is killed in a fire, and the one surviving member, a young boy, is adopted by a group of samurai, and they train him to fight. Eventually, he meets the people who burned his house down, and he and his new family defeat them before they can kill anyone else. The samurai were like police, or at least friendly warriors for the town they lived in. In Detroit Become Human, a game you want to ban, there were at least 2 girls around 7 or 8 years old who were in mortal danger. The first one was taken hostage by an android that looks like a man in his 20s. To save her from being dropped from the high-rise apparent apartment they lived in, the police and the company that made the androids sent their own android out to try and negotiate with him. You play as that android. If you get Connor to say and do the right things, you will save the girl. If you don't, she will die. The second girl lives with an abusive father. During this segment of the game, you play as a female android, Kara. If you do things right, you can save the girl from him. If you do things wrong, your character will die, and the girl will be at her father's mercy. Yes, those were dark things that happened in those scenes, but that's how a good story works. Here's another example, one you may like more. In the Grace Livingston Hill novel, The White Lady, the mother and daughter from a rich family are forced to leave their mansion because a scheming uncle stole and gambled most of their fortune away. They had no choice but to let go of most of their staff and take a train to a small town where an old, secluded mansion was. They ended up making friends with the townsfolk and turned that old place into a hotel, or at least a restaurant. Now, would that story be as compelling without the situation with the scheming uncle? It's the same thing with the other stories I told you from anime and Detroit Become Human. Those are important parts of the stories the artists wanted to tell. Yes, they can be too intense for some people, but they have the choice to watch them or not. You are trying to stop that choice, and that's wrong. Astronaut Safe for Work fan games, it's the same thing. That is the kind of art the artist wants to make, and fans of that art can choose to enjoy it or not. I prefer regular games and not safe for work fan art, but that's my choice. I still don't like the idea of trying to stop legal content from being available for those who want to see it. This is not the same as trying to stop abortion or transgender things from happening. Those are actually bad. Art can be bad, but that depends on the artist. Instead of going after the genre, you should go after the subjects you don't like. I'm here at Webcomics, and this is where you and your friends belong, Collector Shout. You yell at things with no power to change them. That is your place in this world. You try to go beyond your boundaries, and you will receive more harassment. Also, what we are doing is not harassment. We are speaking out against a group of people who are trying to censor legal content for personal reasons. And they say that content has sexual assault, violence, and other bad things involving children in it, but fail to give any examples. Who's harassing who here?